What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just pro wrestling news podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I am fresh off of a weekend up in the Poconos Mountains, filming and pay-per-viewing some sweaty dick punching with our new friends at Maverick MMA. So, Mike, I am full of violence and ready to talk about professional wrestling. How are you doing? Mad Mike, Beacon, New York. He's the LA Mayhemmer with a feature endeavor letter from the WWE.
Sorg, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I did not watch a lot of Raw tonight because my Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys,
the sports
baby.
Ball, and the sports ball is going quite well.
Okay.
I was flipping back and forth, so
that's fine.
I know.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna catch up on.
I have a theory. We'll touch on my theory about Raw in a little bit. Don't let me forget about this, okay?
The Raws we don't watch are usually the better Raws.
There's that one too. But I know I found myself. I rolled in here around 8:00. I had a lot of work to do because 2PW had a show this past weekend, and I was catching up on that. We posted it last night. But I was working on some of the promos and stuff. And setting up for our good friends over at Grind City, of course, grindcity.biz, or on the Roku channel. We set up the Indie Wrestling show there at 11 p.m. every Wednesday night. Got my plugs in. There you go. Because I don't think we have an ad on this program. But anyways, so I watched Elevation, and it was it was elevation. I mean, I enjoyed it. There was a lot of actually great background about the show, the Grand Slam show. Like there was actually like, I think they had a match at the end, but there was like a weird like 15 minutes that was just like, felt like it was like YouTube behind the scenes content more or less. But I was fine with it. I loved it. I watched probably all but about 2.5 matches of 2PW because our buddy Chachi visited 2PW. I can't remember if he was at the very first one filming, perhaps, but no, I think it was just Rob. Now I think about it. But his first visit to 2PW, producing that show for the very first time. So Chad out there for the first time as well. Some really good stuff there happening. Jesus, there's a lot going on in that company. I'm catching up with. They had a very eventful weekend, and there's 10 promos coming, guys, and there's a lot of stuff happening between 2PW and Eclipse. So it's real crazy. But anyways, and I just realized I might have done something that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, so just timing. And there's actually, I've never been given promos that actually have like an order to them to make sense for a story. And I've been parsing that a little bit going on there. But anyways, that's behind the scenes. But that's what I was doing. Raw was on in the background, but I wanted to watch 2PW, so I knew what was going on, so I understood what was happening in the promos, and to see how everybody did for their first time there. And they had some new hardware that we had rolling out. You might have seen some pictures out there. We got this kind of slim edition version of our switching, which I didn't know if it was going to work. I thought I was going to have to post edit today, but this is not what you're here for. This is not what you're here for the show for. I don't know.
This isn't the Awesome Cast.
Do you think people come here to listen to me talk about video production for professional wrestling? Is that a thing, you think?
I mean, maybe some people do.
I don't know. Something. Then something happened. I got a faulty cord, and Mike keeps disappearing here, but we're working that out too.
I'm still here.
Yeah, you are still here.
I'm here.
You're here. I think I just need a piece of tape or something over you.
Duct tape and WD-40.
There you go. There you go.
It's all over the place.
But anyways, so we. Should we talk about Raw first and what we know of it? We sparsely watched it.
I know a lot of stuff happened on Raw.
We're the worst Monday Night Raw recap show because none of us watched the entire thing. But I had it on the entire time.
To be fair, even when we watch the entire thing, we're not the best Monday Night Raw recap show.
Because you just want to talk about the Spider-Man trailer.
Sometimes that happens. I mean, sometimes. Hey, Sorg, we could spend this whole time talking about Star Wars anime. I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I got through like 2 episodes with that, and I want.
Okay.
I want more.
Okay.
Hey, we could sit here and talk about the Cowboy Bebop live action intro sequence that was released.
I could literally talk hours about that because it was fantastic. And all the nerds need to shut up.
Wait, are people mad on that? Are people ragging on that?
Sorg, it's the internet. People rag on everything. It's John Cho as Spike Seal. He's gonna be great. Why are we even discussing this? He's gonna be fantastic. All right, but so Sorg, I think the biggest bit of business, pun intended, is that it looks like the Hurt Business is back in business.
Fantastic. You have my attention. A Hurt Business versus New Day feud. You have my attention.
I don't know if we're going to get a feud.
No, especially since it looks like it was a feud for a night. Also, did we get an entire month sequence of a feud in one Monday Night Raw?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Because we had 2 title matches, the interference with all the teams, and ended in a big blow-off cage match at the end of the show. I feel like we hot-shotted something that could have been the next couple of months.
I really dislike when something is said that it's going to open the show. But, like, I even said this last night when we were watching Extreme Rules. Like, they announced last night that Big E versus Bobby Lashley was going to open Raw tonight. I'm like, great. It's also going to close Raw. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
It's going to close Raw as well.
It's always it is always fascinating where there seems to be more matches on a 2-hour Dynamite than a 3-hour Raw. or to our SmackDown, I
And
guess.
and I have to say this: Raw needs to sort out their women's division.
What is happening with the women's division at this point? By the way, the Charlotte and Alexa Bliss match from last night's Extreme Rules got my wife's attention.
It was great.
Yeah, it was like
was
one
great.
of the, like the
The
show
finish-
was fun to watch.
The
But-
finish leaves something to be desired, but
I
you
mean,
can say
yeah.
that about a lot of Extreme Rules.
I
last
mean,
night.
you know, WWE like so many relationship styles just don't finish well.
No, see, wow. Okay. I was going to go a bit more of a jovial reference, but WWE is like they enjoy booking themselves in corners.
It's something like that. Well,
No,
also,
because like there were 3 matches last night.
yeah,
3 matches
yeah,
where WWE booked themselves where we don't want either person to lose.
yeah.
There were 3 matches. Alexa and Charlotte, which I don't know why, because Charlotte can lose. Charlotte is a 13-time champion. She can lose fucking everything.
Everybody's got
From now until the end of time and still be fine. Bianca and Becky, excuse me, and the Demon versus Roman. They didn't want any of those people to lose last night. At least not convincingly. And that's an issue with overall storytelling.
Yeah,
you can have people lose. It's what you have on the tail end of that.
Yeah,
that is the comeback.
Is it this booking by committee situation?
No, I don't think so.
Committee yet by one situation,
or
is it just?
I think it's the booking by one.
So, I can't, especially if, if one person's in charge of 5 hours of wrestling every week on TV, like I can't imagine all of that staying together, right? And maybe that's the symptom. This is the symptom of that, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, that's difficult. So either way, you know, at least like the Lashley Big E thing is great, but it's not.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But it hasn't been top of the card. It's been Roman, which I mean, deservedly so. It is
to
the
be
more
fair,
solid storyline.
To be fair, the Lashley Big E thing, that was the spur of the moment with Big E pulling the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it was supposed to be Lashley versus Orton at Extreme Rules.
Mm-hmm.
And then for whatever reason, Orton wasn't on tonight. Don't know what that's about, but Orton wasn't on tonight. But yeah, I mean, Raw is in kind of to put it in football terms, they're in a hurry up offense, but they're not doing very well with it. Like they're scrambling. They're throwing stuff against the wall. They're seeing what sticks. They're bringing back some old classics like the Hurt Business, which is great. The Hurt Business being back solves a couple issues. It gives you another tag team. It rescues Shelton and Cedric from the doldrums of main event. And it solves the problem of what do you do with Bobby Lashley when he doesn't have MVP.
Right.
Because Lashley speaking by himself only has one speed.
It's always been the problem with him, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
I mean, the reason Lashley worked in TNA as well as he did is because he had MVP. Like Lashley is fine promo-wise. He hasn't light the world on fire promo-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So. And especially against Big E, you need someone to light the world on fire with promos.
Oh yeah.
That's just a given. Yeah, that's what you need.
Otherwise, he's gonna just like mop the floor with you, right?
Yeah. And through no fault of Lashley's own, it's just you're dealing with a different animal when you try a promo against a New Day. And DP is saying, and the draft is this Friday, so it doesn't really matter. Which makes sense.
Yeah, I get. I'm still getting
because I can see the Business versus
getting
the Bloodline
in
a heartbeat, and I'm geeked for it.
I'm still getting viscerally angry every time the draft is even mentioned. I
Okay,
I felt so
but
bad.
Sorg, come on. I just mentioned Hurt Business versus Bloodline. That doesn't get you excited?
Man, I don't know, man. It's just I'm just
Oh,
so
come on.
this film is over my eyes when it comes to this. I mean, and I did enjoy the pay-per-view for the most part last night, except for the part where everybody else is like, "Oh crap," at the end there. But generally, like, I don't know if it's because I'm taking the similar philosophy that I do with like Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling, where I don't keep up week to week, check in for the pay-per-views, and just enjoy the pay-per-views. Because here's my I can't remember if this is the thing I wanted you to remind me about on my theory earlier. Oh yeah, no. So here's my theory. I mean, we've talked about versions of this in the past, but WWE Raw, I don't think in any case is meant to be sat through. Right?
I mean, unless you're in the arena.
Unless you're in the arena.
Unless you're live.
But it's a different experience. That's
part
a
of the
different
studio
experience.
audience.
Okay? But as I cuz let's look at it this way. Who in their right mind dedicates to a 3-hour television show every week?
I mean, we do technically.
Yes. But who else is sitting there like, I'm going to sit there and watch? I mean, it's untenable to a certain point. But the point is, how remember how repetitive Raw is, how repetitive SmackDown is, and reminding you who these people are and things like that. It's about you click through and you dive in for a little bit and enough to like get that brand awareness kind of thing, right? So and also so you can get in with the toys, get in with the merchandise, get in with the subscribe on Peacock to watch the next pay-per-view, right? And then you sit down and then there's actually some meat to the pay-per-view usually. And there's things where like tonight there was a lot of meat to it because they wanted people they're trying to get the eyeballs, right? But those numbers, I would love to see like what part of those numbers, like we always see the ups and downs, but what part of those numbers do we know are the through lines, right? Who's tuning in through the entire night?
You're never gonna get those numbers.
No, I don't. I probably not, right? So, but
that's like also asking like if you could get those numbers, you could get the numbers of who's watching Raw and AEW, and where's the difference. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of people that do both. That's why like I hate the ratings thing. I fucking hate it because it doesn't account for people watching a DVR, people watching highlights on
No,
Hulu.
wait.
Like it does no, but I'm saying
the initial,
the Raw the undoctored ratings that come out. It doesn't account for any of the other stuff. It doesn't account for people who watch clips from Raw on YouTube, which WWE has a lot of views on YouTube. oh God! Look out! Coach Carlins is here. Coach Carlins is here.
Good evening. Sorry, I just had to put a pin in that before you got carried away, Mad Mike.
Fair enough.
Didn't want to see that go on for much longer.
Okay.
As you compare
by the
YouTube views to linear eyeballs watching television, but be that as it may. Sorry I'm late. One of my children was refusing to go to sleep. So that's fun.
Too amped up from baseball?
Yeah. So it was another rough night for the team. It just seems like it's we have like we keep having these innings where like that we have the makings of a rally and then we just can't get that big hit. So the offense is a little bit snake bitten right now. And
Matt, may I recommend
overall
something?
just I don't know. I'm thinking about sacrifice to Jobu pretty soon.
Matt, can you find a shorter adult that you can pass off as a child?
No, we are not. I forget the kid's name. What's the name of the kid from the Little League World Series? What was his name?
Oh, I don't.
Come on, he was from New York. You have to know this.
I don't watch.
No. That's Chachi. You're thinking
Chachi.
Chachi. Hold on. Let me text him.
Little
All right,
League
find
World
out. Ask
Series.
Chachi who was the little kid in the World Series, in the Little League World Series, who was like actually 18 years old. No, we are not going to do that. But thank you for the suggestion.
Danny
suffice it
Almonte?
Yes, Danny Almonte.
Oh,
We are
yeah,
not
yeah,
going to
get
Danny
that.
Almonte this
All right.
under 12 youth baseball league. That's not going to happen. Suffice to say, we are still in Act 1 of our personal Major League movie. And
Okay, that's fine.
we have not hit
So-
the montage yet, and hopefully we'll get there very soon.
So Matt, in this Act 1, when you get the Act 2, who is going to be the cardboard cutout that you have in the locker room for every win? You take off a piece of clothing.
Oh.
Now keep in mind it is under 12, so I mean you really have to kind of play to your audience here.
I can't think of anything that would be appropriate for my little children. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So you wanted me to get into a fight with an umpire and kick dirt with him?
Yes.
Well, there's another dad on the team.
Oh, no.
Very kindly has become the unofficial assistant coach. You know, he's almost always there. He's a great help. And
Matt, don't let him railroad you.
we were
Don't let him railroad. I know about those little league dads. Don't let him railroad you.
oh, don't worry. Coach's kid gets all the preferential treatment.
Okay, I'm just saying. I wanna make sure.
And we're watch, and then okay, so you know these youth baseball umpires sometimes leave a little bit something to be desired. I was not particularly fond of the way the balls and strikes were being called tonight, but I kept that to myself. I'm not going to argue balls and strikes. But the assistant coach Craig, he's standing there next to me. We're literally next to, you know, the cage, the backstop. Okay, the umpire is no further away from me than I am to this television set behind my back. Okay, and Craig decides to start saying, going on about the ump. It's just like, this umpire's terrible. Where did we get this lousy umpire? And I'm like, he can hear us. He's right there. Why are you saying this now?
You know, Matt.
I'm just like, well, you know, it's a tough job. I'm just like trying to BS my way through it as Craig is burying the umpire right in front of him.
Matt,
So
you didn't
funny.
have to tell me that guy's name was Craig. I knew it was Craig.
I'm coaching an under 12 youth baseball league. We're in the suburbs. It's Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
What's the name of my assistant coach? Craig. He's a nice guy.
Of course
I enjoy
it's
his company.
Craig. Okay.
Just Craig. We'll see how things go. Next game's on Saturday.
But Matt, actually, Matt, I figured out who you can have a standee of. Get a wrestler. Get like a universally loved wrestler who wrestles in their tights, and you know, do that like get Kenny Omega. Get
What,
Kenny
Ric Flair?
Omega
Can we
standee.
get a Ric Flair?
That's
like,
probably
peel
not
off part
appropriate.
of his,
that's probably not appropriate.
All right.
It's probably not appropriate. But I would say get like a Kenny Omega standee and put like each piece of clothing with Velcro is a
Mhm.
different opponent that you guys have.
Right.
What are the kids watching these days? Do we just get like a Puppy Pals or something?
Well,
I would hope that the 12-year-old boys are beyond Paw Patrol.
Hey,
Paw Patrol,
hey,
that's what it is. Puppy Pals is something else.
Matt, don't begrudge what those under 12 kids watch. I was definitely watching things when I was 11 and 12 that was not in my age bracket.
That I would
Well,
not
well-
judge. I'm not going to judge it. I'm just saying it's unlikely.
Fair enough. Okay.
But hey, you know what? Perfect segue away from youth baseball and back into professional wrestling.
Sweet.
As what? Can I bring this up, Sorgi? Is this okay?
I don't know what you're going to bring up, so
There was a
whatever.
random fan at the Extreme Rules
Oh.
pay-per-view
Oh.
who had a very derogatory sign directed toward a Goofy movie, a movie which, frankly, I don't really care about, but Mad Mike cares a whole hell of a lot.
Dude,
a
he's
lot of
not the
people on
only
this
one.
show, they
Yeah.
care a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
right there.
I went to Cleveland once for a premiere show, and I saw two wrestlers each have a Powerline shirt on.
Yeah, that's correct. Sir.
Uncoordinated.
That is correct.
Yes.
Oh boy, I saw this last night. I didn't see it live.
Are we gonna find this screen grab, Sorgy? I put it
Oh,
on the.
what I'm going to
Mayhem
do.
show group.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to let I need to find the tweet, but I'm going to let the voice of my generation speak for me.
Ronnie Starks?
Nope. Categorically not Ronnie Starks.
He had a bit of a response tweet going on there.
Categorically not. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is from twitter.com/Austin Creed wins.
Oh no.
So someone sent tweeted out that this is one of the most random crowd signs I've ever seen. The sign that was slandering the Goofy movie, which I will not. Don't show that. Do not show that picture. I will not repeat that slander.
It's just for the visual. The podcast isn't going to get it.
Fine.
Okay.
It's I'm sorry. It's a libel.
You know what? I'll say it.
Slander is spoken.
Quote
libel.
Quote fingers. A Goofy movie is filth.
Filth.
Filth. They say.
Not trash. Filth. That implies something else entirely, Mad Mike.
Yeah, I know.
There would be one thing to say trash.
I don't know if he's speaking on the movie or if the naughty feelings he had for the girl in that. I don't know.
If it was the latter, I'd accept that. But it feels like it's not. So again, quoting twitter.com/Austin Creed.
Yes, go ahead.
Former tag team champion, former multi-time tag team champion, member of the New Day, friend to one and all. He says, I saw this man and his N64 sign, but it was too late. Told him I loved it and I wish I would have seen it so I could have helped show it off on TV. I was not aware that he also had this sign. I now rescind my kind words to him since he clearly wants to fight me. And then posted a GIF of a show I'm unfamiliar with, but it just says, I'm going to banish him. And honestly, yes, I feel that man should be barred from all future, not just WWE,
life,
not just AEW.
Yeah.
Barred from leaving his house.
All public gatherings.
Yes.
No, even private gatherings.
Private gatherings.
Private gatherings.
What was his sign about the N64?
I don't even know.
What he said.
I don't even know.
Complimentary, I would guess.
I would assume.
This guy had like 7 or 8 signs.
Yeah,
oh yeah. No,
this has been an epidemic.
Credit where credit's due. Most of the signs were very well placed, very random, and appreciated.
Yes,
and very accurate. There was a sign that said Megatron is not a tank. I couldn't agree more. I mean.
Ronnie Starks, Twitter superstar Ronnie Starks Wrestling, took the image and said, "Look at this prick. Let's call him Larry. Larry probably enjoys Nickelback and lives in his mother's basement. Don't be like Larry."
Hey, don't drag the rest of us basement dwellers in on this one, Ronnie.
You are literally in a basement.
So this is not a new phenomenon.
No.
This fan, while well executed, depending on how you feel about his opinions, the multi-sign hot take fan has become like a thing in pro wrestling now. This is a big post-pandemic trend, Sorg.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
all right,
people have been bored.
They've had a lot of time by themselves. They've had a lot of time to think. They've got a lot of takes. They're ready to share them with the world. Now they take their 7 or 8 signs to the show. They get their seat alongside the rail, perhaps opposite the hard cam, and they hold their signs and they display their takes throughout the night. Some
garbage
people,
though they may be,
no matter how irrelevant and misinformed their takes may be, they want to share their takes with the world. And you know what? Most of the time, perfectly harmless. I don't care.
Yes,
if you want to expose your feelings on the Goofy movie being wildly incorrect, you want to out yourself like that, that's fine. You do
It was a hell of a stance to take to pay all your money to get that aisle seat, and all you want to do is rag on the Goofy movie. What you could be doing?
You know what I say about that?
No, hold on. What you could
spend
be
all that money to get those seats. You can use some of that money to buy a fucking clue, Jack.
Oh, I mean, or you could take that money and those awesome seats that you have and just make funny faces behind the Miz during a promo.
Been there.
Yeah.
Done that. Thank you very much.
There you go. There you go.
I don't think I got an IMDb credit
No.
for Ms. and Mrs., but I should have. Or was it Total Divas? I'm
Ms.
not
and
sure.
Mrs.
Great moments. Anyway, so this is a thing now. This is the multi-sign hot take thing. Fan guy is a thing now. I believe our friend Bradley Ruthers is having a little hard time dealing with this. Are we okay with this? This is only going to get worse. This can only get worse.
Well, this has always been a thing, though, right? There's always been like these opinion signs, like starting in the 90s.
There's always been opinion signs. There are sometimes even signs that are funny on a rare occasion. This is a whole new deployment of information and takes. Strategizing, placement, location, camera shots, everything. Like this is calculated.
Yeah.
Multi-pronged offensive.
Yeah.
Sometimes offensive. Sometimes inoffensive. But this is like I'm saying here, this is only going to get worse. This is not the end. This is only the beginning.
This could escalate.
Pretty soon we're going to have guys like boxing each other out like they're Ewing and Mourning. With their hot takes on along the aisle.
Wow!
What a reference!
We need another sports ball reference on this show.
That's the most timely hot takes from 1995 NBA feeds you're gonna get from Matt Garland.
Listen,
You're welcome.
I think we've met our quota for sports ball references on this show.
Okay,
so
one more.
Oh jeez! Oh no!
I'm still undefeated in Mayhem Fantasy Football.
Okay. I just
suck it, Brandon.
I will.
That's what I say to that.
I beat him too.
Thank you, Brandon from KC, for being a fan.
Matt,
but suck it at Mayhem Football. I guess.
I had a 21% chance of winning tonight. Going into tonight's game, he had 3 people playing.
Oh,
I still won. And my Cowboys won. So it's a win-win for Mad Mike.
I'm so happy. There's this thing happening over here. And all of you guys are doing this thing, and I have nothing.
Tina brings up a good point.
I have nothing to do with it.
Tina brings up a good point. Do we credit the rom-com Love Actually, or blame Sammy Guevara for this? I think we actually blame Chachi.
I'm going to recuse myself.
I think we blame Chachi.
Chachi?
I'm going to blame Love Actually for the Sammy Guevara bit, but I don't think it's related to what the fans are doing now.
No, it might be.
It might be. You never know.
Might be partially inspired.
I'm gonna blame Chachi because he took the. He's the first instance I've seen taking the bit from Love Actually into real life.
What did he do?
Grant, at his wedding.
Oh,
Grant, it was very cute and lovely, and I cried.
Yeah.
But still,
that was wonderful.
He took it into real
that
life.
Wedding? Did I put it on YouTube?
Hashtag into the Chachi verse.
Hashtag into the Chachi verse. Yes. I gotta see, where did I put that? Because I know I edited it, but how do you film and participate in the wedding at the same time?
Sorg, I believe in you.
But then again, I am the one that took a cinematic video with my new iPhone of my dog taking a pee on a plant. So I'm not.
That was nice. That was very artsy. I like the way that you framed out the actual urination. So he kind of you knew what was happening.
Yeah, it was behind the plant. Nothing was exposed.
Nothing was exposed.
I got a message from Bradley on that one. It says, "How would you feel if somebody put on social media you go into the bathroom?" And I was like, "Well, do you want me to post mine for solidarity here, or what?" I want to.
You know what? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I assume it's Bradley's fault.
Hold on a second. You want to see it? You want to see it?
Why not?
No, yeah. I got the brand new. Finally, UPS caught up with us, and I got the iPhone Pro Max with way too many large cameras on the back of it. Holy crap! Just because it's going to be easier for me to do here, I can pull it up real quick. And we went down to the park and, well, kind of a trail kind of situation. And this is the one. So I'm playing with cinematic mode. And there he is, and he goes around, pees on a plant, and goes along his business in awesome cinematic style, just investigating and doing his sniffs, as he does. So I threw it up on YouTube Shorts and a bunch of other places. Put some music. I think I put it to Usher's "My Way" for some reason. It seemed
Are
like
you showing this video right now?
I was.
Oh, okay. I only saw my face. My big fat head.
I'm sorry.
You lady frosted me. Please put up Wicket.
I lady frosted you. Yes, I forgot to actually pull up the camera. I'm sorry, guys. There you go. Now you guys can see it. There he is, and pee on the plant, and then move on. And then do. If you see this, actually, not through this.
Hey, you know what? That's nature.
Yeah, that is nature. It's just nature
That's
happening.
nature.
It was literally like, hey, let's do some nature photography, kind of inner city nature photography, kind of stuff, and see how this thing rolls. So listen, man, I upgraded from an 8+ to a 13. I made a hell of a leap here, guys. So
we're very proud of you.
Thank you. I can spend money.
What a leap.
So this thing is probably more powerful than my MacBook Pro. But that's for the Awesome Cast tomorrow, 7 p.m. at Awesome Cast on all of your social medias. Apparently Twitter now as well. Anyways.
Raw.
Kinda. How much wrestling have we talked about tonight?
No,
not much.
Did we talk about Fergal humping the floor at Extreme Rules?
Yeah, okay.
All
right.
I
So,
want to talk about this.
Yeah, please.
Can you tell the story, and then can I tell the story from my perspective as I was?
You know what? I kind of want to hear Matt's version.
Matt, I think if we tell the story from your perspective, it's going to get rated NC-17.
No. You know what? I should have recorded my wife watching that this morning when I played it back, but she's just like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "I really don't want to spoil it for you." And she goes, "Just tell me if Finn won." I'm like, "He did not win." She's like, "Okay," and I'm like, "But it was hilarious." But it was funny.
I'm sure she had a much different visceral reaction to it besides laughing.
Well, after we started to watch it, she was just kind of, because I took her to the point where he starts to rally right before Reigns spears him through the barricade, and she's kind of like, all right, and then he beat him up. And she's kind of like, oh, and then he's down, and then the lights change red, and then the song starts, and then the humping starts. And then she's like doing this, and then she's excited again because Finn's running wild.
I bet she is, Matt.
And now she's like, "Yeah, let's go! All right." And then the top rope breaks for no reason, and then she just kind of is back to doing the face. Yeah. Anyway, so when watching this with Matt and Mike. Mm-hmm. We were in a very exclusive group chat during the pay-per-view on Sunday night with a couple of other select individuals. And Mad Mike, I don't want to – I'm not going to cast judgment on you with this because, believe me, there was a part of me in the moment that agreed with you. Your premise was sound. Mm-hmm. When the lights went red and Finn had humped the floor and he was running wild and you declared there's no way Finn is losing this match. He is winning this match. I was thinking, you know what?
Wait, I don't believe I said that.
You said he has got to be winning this match.
No.
I agree with you.
No, Matt. What I said was, you don't do this unless he's winning.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You don't do this unless he's winning the match. To which I was like, yes, your premise is sound. Yes, I agree with you. And then what happened. Top rope broke, and oh my God, the look of disappointment on your face. I wish I could frame it.
It's just,
but it was just.
But there was a much better way to handle.
I mean, there's a much better ways to handle that.
Well, no, but here's an easy one. Okay.
Hit him with a car.
You're not wrong, but the car's name is Brock Lesnar.
Oh.
Like what you do is you have Finn go absolutely fucking berserk with the lights, with the music and everything. And then he finally like gets up to the top, he looks, he goes for the coup de grace, but out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar swoops in, catches Finn, F5s him, and puts Roman on top. So that Brock can get his magic crown jewel.
You do know you will have to pay Brock Lesnar to fly into Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah,
Make that happen. Okay.
I know.
All
I
right.
know, and I know it's unlikely.
Mhm.
Okay.
I realize it's unlikely. Believe me, Brock doesn't want to go to Ohio more than anyone else doesn't want to go to Ohio.
Oh God, I gotta go through Ohio Wednesday, and I'm not looking forward to it.
See,
Good luck with
exactly
that.
my point. But yeah, like the Brock thing, and plus it would have paid off the segment that happened earlier in the night with Heyman and Kayla. Like, because then Heyman could have been like, "Did you know Brock was going to be there?" He's like, "No, I didn't know Brock was going to be there." You know.
All right. Here's the more pressing and immediate issue for me coming out of this. Is there going to be any kind of like explanation?
Nope.
For why this top rope broke, or is it just going to be this awful thing that happened to Finn Balor?
Now,
Like a television exploding in Dean Ambrose's face. It's just a terrible thing that happened.
Oh yeah.
Now, if Heyman says that they loosen the top turnbuckle because Roman doesn't go to the top rope, fine. I'm okay with that.
I'll take anything.
Yeah.
Anything,
Literally any
if
kind of...
you could do just anything. If I could pin that on Heyman, I'll take anything.
If this becomes we threw two people off the roof of the Titan Tower and just said, "Oh, they're fine," the next day.
But Sorg, they did account for that. They said there was a lower section of the roof. It's not like they fell off the building.
Bullshit. I still call bullshit.
Sorg, you
on
can
that
see
whole
it
thing.
from the aerial view.
Well,
Bullshit.
You can see it from the aerial view.
They offered an explanation.
I do
for
not
how they
accept
survived.
it. I do not accept it.
Okay. You
Also,
you don't have to accept it, but I they have to do something.
Yeah, they have to say something.
They have
By
to
the
say
way,
something. Someone has to pay for this.
Tina saying the quote of the night from last night was "the demon cheeks."
Oh, the demon cheeks! I
What?
tell you what,
Yeah,
that was the highlight of the match until the very end, when Roman
I'm sure
Reigns
it was for
gave,
a lot of people.
gave Finn Balor a choke slam, a tights assisted choke slam. He gave Finn Balor the most unbelievable wedgie, Sorg.
I believe it's called the
His
Samoan wedgie. It's a
right
Samoan
butt
wedgie.
cheek was hanging out. Sorg, we were not the only ones who noticed. They replayed this 5 or 6 times
in slow motion
For the ladies.
They went away from it, back to live action, then went back and replayed it again. They knew. Look at those demon cheeks. Wow. Wow.
Yes, but
Lot to
Okay.
unpack.
Yeah. Apparently.
Quite a ride. And hey, do you want to talk about Roman Reigns masking up before you went into the crowd?
Okay, all right. So
I appreciate that. Okay, really.
so here's the thing. In the moment, you would not have found a happier and more joyous person than me on the internet when that occurred.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've had a night to sleep on it and to really think about it. Now, putting on a mask is a heel move.
Yeah.
I don't like that messaging.
Yeah.
No.
I
No,
don't
you
like
don't.
that messaging at all.
Don't look at the indie shows that I've been editing lately about that note. So, yeah. So, yeah.
I don't like that messaging at all.
That's unfortunate.
In the moment, thought it was the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I thought Roman Reigns was the smartest person in professional wrestling.
Yes.
And to be fair, he still is.
And I think
and because
I think
for a lot of us,
yeah,
sensible individuals, him putting on a mask is like babyface turn.
Yep.
It's just to us, but
he's
yeah.
I mean, this was a legitimate thing. I mean, he is somebody who's recovered from leukemia, cancer.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's like this was probably like
He
no,
probably still has active treatments, I'm
yeah,
sure.
like this was like a I'm not effing around, I'm going, kind
Yeah,
of thing. So
Because again, Roman recognized he was in Ohio.
yeah. No, is Ohio one of the worst ones? West Virginia's bad. I know.
Sorg. I assume anything that's not the Northeast or California is bad.
Yeah.
But also, and this is a sidebar, but it also makes sense. Did either of you watch The Masked Singer?
No.
Okay, so on The Masked Singer, this is a spoiler for episode 2 of The Masked Singer.
Uh-oh.
Sorry for everyone involved.
Oh shit.
There was one competitor who was singing, and beautiful voice, amazing. It was revealed to be pop icon Toni Braxton, and she was wearing a mask when she had her like giant pufferfish head mask pulled off. So she was literally wearing a mask on a mask, and she sang the entire time with her mask on, and inside another fucking costume.
Is it to a microphone, or are they mic'd up inside the mask?
I think
they
it depends on the costume.
I think they kind of have to be, right?
I think it depends on the costume.
Okay.
Because some of them you can tell that they're holding the microphone up to where their mouths are, and some of them I think they have like the microphones are for show and they're mic'd up internally. But yeah, because she has lupus, so obviously she masked up. But like,
yeah,
I think we need to normalize incredible people doing amazing things while masked.
Yes.
And I think Roman going into the crowd and giving as kick-ass of a performance in the crowd as he did while being masked should become the norm.
Yeah.
It should be. It absolutely should be, because it's for the safety of the wrestlers.
Yes.
It's for the safety of the audience.
Yes.
Like, if you're going to go into the crowd, you should be masked up. And I love that. And by the way, I don't think we've mentioned this, and this has been happening a while, but the fact that Roman just calls Paul Wiseman now, it's such a subtle thing, but I fucking love it.
It's very subtly condescending kind of a statement.
Yeah, it is, but it isn't at the same time, because like, he's Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna call anyone backstage in WWE Wiseman with regards to wrestling stories, there's probably only one option.
Absolutely. So, hey, related things that have almost nothing to do with wrestling. I watched the first episode of Frogger.
Oh, I gotta check that out
on Peacock. Have you seen this? Listen, I appreciate it, but man, just like when American Gladiators came out, I could not watch any of these competition shows because of the way they're edited. It just drives me insane with that whole like fast reality kind of editing to it. But I grew up on the original American Gladiators, which parlays into, speaking of which, there was a story going around that WWE is partnering on the production for the new American Gladiators.
Dun, 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 dun.
So does that mean we get to
bring back Boa
and
not Boa, Toa. Excuse me.
And
Toa
and
what?
Zen, we had another one on. So, but yeah, it was like
but Toa was also a part of the MCU because he was in Iron Man 2.
Wait,
Good
what?
to know.
Do you not remember this?
No, I don't.
All right, in Iron Man 2, when Happy and Black Widow are going to try and find Ivan Vanko.
Oh, he's one of the security dudes?
When Black Widow's doing all of her good lucha things, the one guy that Jon Favreau beats up is Toa.
So you're telling me we interviewed on this show, the Wrestling Mayhem show,
Yep,
somebody who was in Iron Man 2.
Yes.
You are telling me
Yes.
we are all 1 degree separation from Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
Thought you were gonna take that for Jon Favreau, but all right, I mean, cool.
I mean, yeah. I'm already technically 1 degree separation from a bunch of big name actors because I went to high school with the guy from Jurassic Park. But yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But
hey, since we're on the Marvel topic.
Yeah.
So
by the way,
so this what
Raw
if
had a
episode-
kick-ass cage match. We do need to point that out. They
That
had
was a
kick-ass
great
cage match.
cage match, by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Like
Like
I'm
I wish
gonna
I
watch it
I
again.
wish I was able to like
Because,
sit down and watch it on that one.
Yeah.
But you know, how am I supposed to know it's going to be
I
actually?
do want to point that out.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Sorry, Matt. Go on.
Should I go on? All right. So I'm watching this what if episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I'm a little hazy here on the comic book stuff, guys, but I swear to God, Ultron showed up with all the Infinity Stones at the end.
Yes, he
Uh-huh.
did.
And I'm
Yes, he
just,
did.
I'm
He
like,
sure did.
this is an interesting little thing, and I think all these episodes might be connected. I got a feeling.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news.
I don't think all these things are just happening in a bottle. These are not bottle episodes. These things are tied in.
Breaking news. Marvel is good at telling stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Breaking effing news. But yeah, apparently tomorrow, Wednesday's episode is all about how Ultron got those.
No
Infinity
shit.
Stones.
Really?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm excited. I
Found him in a drawer at the
at the
at the
TVA.
Time Authority.
If that's really what it is, I will laugh so fucking hard.
Pulled him out of my junk drawer at the TVA. Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
If that was the case, he should have grabbed a lot more of each.
Wouldn't that be crazy if he had like, don't worry, I've got 3 spares. Yeah.
All right, TV shout outs. I am caught up on Reservation Dogs. There's a Taika Waititi joint over there. Also, I believe they said the first production with predominantly Native American lead actors and production crew.
Oh,
So that it's a really good show. It's not as goofy as What We Do in the Shadows. It's not as Taika Waititi as some of those other shows. And also, I've actually been really kind of enjoying Only Murders in the Building. I'm watching them.
it's very good, right?
Yeah, I'm watching a show with Steve Martin and Martin Short, Steve Martin Short,
Mhm.
about podcasts.
Yeah,
It's
true crime podcast.
It's
too.
weird. It's weird that that's where we're at. You know?
So, do you listen to true crime podcasts at all?
No, I do not. I don't.
Okay,
I don't like true crime at all.
Okay,
At
I do.
all.
I do. It's such a meta show.
Is it?
It's
Oh, I
such a
figured.
meta
Oh, just
show.
as
Like,
a podcaster, it's meta, right? Like,
Mhm.
like. I mean, anytime I listen to something that reference podcasts, and then there's like a brought to you by like Sleep Number mattresses or some shit like that. You know, always, that's always like, oh, brought to you by Squarespace. You know, because that's what everybody was doing. They
Yeah.
got to do ads, right? So I mean, you know, no. So just shout outs for that. That's been a wonderful watch for me. And also, What We Do in the Shadows has been just fucking tremendous. It has been just glorious. Damn, FX is like on all cylinders right now.
Glorious
and
purpose.
Hulu and everything. Like, jeez, you know. So, even Deadpool 2 in my hotel room was watchable on FX. So, I don't know if that's an FX plug or anything, but you know. So, and Matt, I am continuing to watch the G1.
Sorgy.
I think I'm up to the most recent show. I can't remember right now. I'll have to go back and see where I was at.
I only have one real main takeaway from the G1 at this point right now as we sit here. Zack Sabre Jr. is a treasure,
Holy shit.
not just in the ring but on the mic. Probably the most underrated promo in wrestling right now.
Yes.
He's so good. He's been good for a while. I'm sorry we have not sung his praises enough. And I must also point out that super skinny Zack Sabre Jr. is gone. This Zack Sabre Jr. has found the gym, has lifted at least a few heavy things now, and I'm very excited to see how far they want to go with him now, because I mean, New Japan could use some little freshening up, of course. So
What was the other
he's
one?
looking great.
Ishii and Ibushi.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's been.
I've really enjoyed. I think Kenta's been looking good. Just because I'm excited. I want Kenta to come back to the United States and take back all of his moves. And since Danielson and Punk are now in AEW, that can happen now.
You can just like start going through them like the Highlander, right?
Yeah, like everyone stole his moves. He's just like, I'm back for my goddamn moves. So I would like to see that happen. He looks like he's in great shape too.
I'm a fan of all this. I was sitting there like I was like, oh, I gotta watch Raw. I'm like, even like last night on the pay-per-view, like I'm like, I have a feeling I'm gonna rather watch New Japan with this. But no, it's been something. And I have an update.
Oh, updates. We like updates.
So we've been talking about Impact Wrestling's Plus app.
Has Rebby gotten back to us again?
No, but thank you, Rebby Hardy, for the response. To our tweet last week when we're wearing your old shirt. Fuck that, Al. But they got back to me, apologized for it, did not refund my month that I lost of it. I canceled my subscription to Plus, and I signed up for the cheaper $4.99 YouTube members that rolled out like just over a month ago, probably. Yeah, got halfway through Victory Road. It works great. Works fantastic because it's just.
Are you going to be able to watch the Knockouts Knockdown?
That should be a part of it.
Coming up here?
It has all the special content Impact Plus. I've been getting notifications in my email actually about new content they've been putting up, including Josh Alexander doing a watch along of some old Impact TNA matches. So
Sorg, Impact screwed you over.
Yes.
Wrote you back.
Yes.
Did not refund you.
No.
And you said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
No. I said no. YouTube's going to get the cut of your money now.
Sorg, you're still giving them eyes.
I'm still what?
You're still giving like YouTube. Yeah, YouTube takes a cut, but they still get money.
Yeah.
From you.
I want to support the product. It's just
Okay.
their app was dog shit.
Okay.
So this isn't a Impact Wrestling as a company issue. This is a technical people that were working on your app in the store issue that had a problem with Apple. And apparently this is a wide
But
problem.
I mean, the not giving you a refund. That is an Impact.
I
company.
will also. I did not directly. I did not directly ask for a refund. So.
I mean, I think it's implied.
Yeah. I haven't. I don't know. They're really confused, and I think I'm just getting emailed by an intern in Nashville somewhere in an office. No, probably not in an office. So I don't think there's.
That has definitely
much.
been outsourced.
I mean, yeah, that has been outsourced. I'm talking to some nice soul in Canada. You know.
Off only.
Yes, I mean, you know.
Hey, you know what? Here, I'll mention a promotion that also deserves your support. Major League Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Home of
I heard about
Cesar
this.
Duran, and I'm gleeful over their latest signing. Court Bauer, you have done it again, you crazy man, you. Beast man! Finally, the time has come.
Yes.
He has signed with MLW.
Yes.
This is long overdue. The world needs more Beast Man, and now they're gonna get it. I'm excited because MLW is going to be on Vice TV with a big show.
And Beastman's going to be a part of it.
And he very well might be part of that broadcast. There's going to be a MLW broadcast on Vice TV featuring the much anticipated Alex Hammerstone, Jacob Fatu title versus title match. Now, the most recent episode of Dark Side of the Ring on Vice TV did over 200,000 viewers, which, of course, it sounds like small potatoes. But I will also point out that Impact, on average, on on its broadcast home, which escapes me at the moment.
Access
TV. I'm sorry. Of course, I know it so well. They only usually hover around the 100,000 viewer range when it comes to the broadcast. So if MLW can get on Vice TV with a big show, we are potentially looking at a new number 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm granted it's a distant 3, but the potential is there for them to.
Yeah.
If they could take 3/4 of what Dark Side of the Ring is taking and do 150, 175, that's amazing. That'll be a huge win. So
be interesting to see.
Yeah.
So I also want to give another shout out. We did MMA this past weekend, and I had video guys provided to me. So I want to give a shout out to Ref Ash and GPW Billy on the Twitters. They actually do production. With Billy with GoPro Wrestling, both of them with Empire State Wrestling. And when I get somebody comes in and says, "Oh, I do wrestling production," I know I fucking have good people. Okay, like seriously, like these guys like kicked ass, rolled with the punches. And like, because we had technical difficulties here and there, like stuff happens, right? And these guys just fucking did it, worked their asses off, and it's one of those like, and I go back to pro wrestling is the most difficult thing to produce, right? And do video, you know it, Matt, all right? And to go to something like an MMA show, which hey, we know where the fighters are gonna be. They don't run off into well, they could if they're really celebrating, but it doesn't get so crazy. But these guys kicked ass. I just want to give them a shout out. And if you're ever like looking for non-wrestling things to do video for, hire somebody does decent pro wrestling video. They will fucking take care of you. I've not had. I can't think of a time where I've had a shitty person who has done pro wrestling before. Everybody that I get out Warrior are fucking awesome that have done production. The people that came down and did the Impact thing in Dayton when we were down there with Rockstar, like I just can't say enough good things about people that work production in wrestling doing anything else. It's just experiential, but yeah, just want to throw that out there. So thank you, Billy and Ash, for making a potentially stressful night less stressful as we did a pay-per-view. So now we've been going long, guys. We should probably wrap this up.
That feels about normal.
Feels about right.
I mean, yeah.
Is this the most random episode we've done in a while?
By the way, one more TV shout out. Watch Star Wars Visions.
Yes.
It's real fun.
First 2 episodes got me.
It's real fun.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. I saw a few articles floating around talking about how good it is. So
yeah, it's all very quick bites. The animation is sparkling, gorgeous, whatever you want. Like, just so many different ways to do lightsaber fights. so many.
The first episode, sorry, partial spoiler alert. The first episode when they pulled out the lightsaber umbrella, I was just like, what the fuck is that? So
I'm Darth Poppins, y'all.
Yep. So looking forward.
Well, that was in the trailer, so I think you're okay.
I don't think I watched much of the trailer. No, we fit in 2 episodes because I didn't have 35 minutes to watch What If before Dynamite last week. So yeah. Oh man, how am I gonna watch Dynamite tomorrow or this week? I just realized I'm gonna be on the road. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, stay tuned. Hey, let's wrap it up, guys. Mainstream Matt, follow him for all of his youth baseball.
I don't tweet about youth baseball coaching.
No, you just come on here about it. You probably shouldn't.
I'm gonna leave this on the sidelines. I'm only gonna talk about it here.
All right.
Because keep it very positive. But if you like the sound of my voice, might I encourage you to subscribe to the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. 5 minutes of my voice every morning, telling you about the biggest stories in the world of professional wrestling. Nobody does it better in less time than me, okay? No one. I've seen others try. 7, maybe 8 minutes. Not this guy. 5 minutes or less. Beat that. Ha!
There you go.
That's all.
Mad Mike 4883 on the tweets.
Still the uncrowned Mayhem Fantasy Football Champion.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, did you see?
Still.
Did you see?
Still.
Did you see? I picked up another friend of the show for the collection. And
We're not going to play this.
I did. Uncrowned, Matt.
Uncrowned. Well, you know what?
There it is.
It's right here.
There's the
And
championship.
until you come and take it, you ain't the champ.
Well, all right.
You're
To be
just
fair,
maybe gonna be champ. All right.
to be fair, when I win, it's not my responsibility to take it. It's your responsibility to mail it to me.
You're gonna get the Chad the Shad treatment.
No,
Guaranteed.
because
You're gonna get dragged, prolonged, waiting.
We'll see.
Road trip in January to return the belt to Mike. Anyways, if it happens, the long haul. It's like we have something to do. Sorgatron on the Twitter again. Follow along. A lot of great stuff from the week. And geez, I don't know when I'm going to get at wrestling until next week. I actually bought tickets to a wrestling show. That's a fun. That's fun. But I will be in Michigan this week. Not that I'll have time to do anything. Hey, look, there's no wrestling show. So, and yeah, I don't know. What else is there to plug? What's going on? Hey, 2PW had a great show, Retribution. It's on the Indie Wrestling Network, and it's on VOD right now. I threw out the gif of the awesome spear Katie Arquette did to Paris Sahara out there. A great intergender match, and I'm still getting through the show. It's released. I just haven't watched it yet. Big no holds barred match between Jamie Jamison and Elijah Dean. Elijah Dean, you know, maybe from AEW Darks, and I don't know, some clown that got punched out by Jericho one time. Anyways, so with that, everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll be here tomorrow night. Referee George Ross will be coming on the show Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Join us. And then the next week will be Meg Myers' first time on the show, but returning with Christian Noir, who returned to wrestling recently. And just booked, I think we're officially 3 weeks from or I guess it'd be 2 weeks from tomorrow, we should be having a new MLW signee, the Beastman, on. So there you go. There's your hot news for tonight. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out. Please stay tuned for La Femme Nikita. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.